night, everyone. Welcome to Hellsbury Family Kitchen, where everything is made with love and soul. Hope you all are okay. Tonight, I'm going to be showing you all how to make some authentic Jamaican jerk chicken my way. This right here is about 5 pounds of freshly cleaned wings. My son did the cleaning to the chicken. He basically just used a little vinegar and lime on that. And we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning it. Excuse me. We're gonna start with a little bit of allspice. This is not the ground one, these are the actual seeds, so yeah. We're gonna use a little garlic. And I'm seasoning it heavily because it has to go on top of the stove and it's gonna stew down really nice. I'm gonna add a little barbecue at the end as well. We got these two out the way. I think I ran out of onion powder. I think I ran out of onion powder, but if you guys have onion powder, go ahead and add some of that. We're gonna add some thyme leaves because you know you can use fresh or you can use dry, it doesn't really matter. I have dry, so I'm just using what I have. We're gonna go ahead and use some of that good old Jamaican jerk seasoning. I'm gonna use a lot of this. That's perfect. That's just enough. I'm gonna use a little bit of pepper, just a little bit of pepper. Ooh. Excuse me. Ooh. That seasoning is booming. We're gonna go ahead and add a teaspoon of greening seasoning. Just gonna go ahead and add a teaspoon of it. A nice hefty teaspoon. Want it to be nice and flavorful. This is the brand I like to use. You can use whatever you like. And then we're gonna go ahead and add like 2 teaspoons of jerk. I'm using jerk mound. I think all I have is about a teaspoon and a half left in this jar. And I think I'm gonna use it all. Yeah, I'm gonna use it all. Good thing that I got a little more in the cabinet because I like flavor stuff. Yep, that's about all of that. This is the brand I like to use. You guys can use whatever you like. And we're gonna use a little bit of browning. I know I have one open. Let me see if I can find that one. Yes, I actually don't have one open, but good thing I had this one. And this is the brand I usually like to use. I usually like to use the Grace one. But then again, if you have a preference, then go ahead and use that. Ooh, just gonna go ahead and add just enough. And that is all for the seasoning, and we're just gonna go ahead and give it a good mix. I'm gonna drain the little water at the bottom of this. Oh, because I don't like that. I like to add my chicken just seasoned to perfection, not watery like. Yeah, that's what it is. Coming out looking so good, and it smells so good already. Yeah, this is like a late night type dinner. You okay, Zion? A late night type dinner. Because I am seriously cooking like at 9 something tonight. I had a couple other things to do, so yeah. I got caught up cooking late tonight, and that's okay. This one is done, so I'll go ahead and put that in here. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take out our pot and put our stove on like a medium-high heat. What happened, Papa? You okay? What's wrong? Be careful. Yeah, we're gonna put our stove on like a medium high heat. And we're just gonna add a little bit of oil to the pot. You want me to make you baba? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna add a little bit of oil to the pot. I'm gonna go ahead and make my son a bottle, so I'll be right back. Now that my pot is nice and heated, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of vegetable oil to my pot. Just a little bit. Yeah, just that much. To the bottom of my pot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start placing my jerk marinated chicken onto the pot. You hear that? Nice there. That means it's gonna be smelling real good in here real soon. I'm probably gonna let it stew down for about like 15 minutes. But in like 10 minutes, I'm gonna give it, actually I'm gonna let it stew down for 20 minutes. And in 10 minutes, I'm gonna give it a good stir to make sure everything is cooking on both sides. Flip, stir, however you wanna call it. But if you're stirring it, it's being flipped. And yeah, you're gonna get it nice and well cooked on the inside. And the rest of our juices in there, we're just gonna go ahead and pour that on top. And that's that. And we're gonna cover it with a lid and flip it in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and put a timer on for 10 minutes. So it could remind me to flip the chicken. The fact that I am really using a pan to cook this rice right now is a little funny to me, but all my pots are like unavailable right now, and I'm using the last pot that I got. So let's go ahead and wash this rice in this pan. Rinse it so the water is nice and clear. I usually do a cup and a half of water for every cup of rice that I'm making. But I done got like to the pro level to where I could just eye it and know that it's enough water. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. As soon as the water runs nice and clear through the rice. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt, just a little bit of salt, and a little bit of oil as well. And that is the perfect amount of water for my rice. I went ahead and put the rice on a high heat for now. I'm gonna add some salt to it. And also just a little tiny bit of oil. Just a little tiny bit, not a lot. Yeah, not a lot. Give that a good little mix. And cover it. And once the rice starts to boil, then I'm gonna put the rice on real low and let it cook on low for the remaining of the time. By the time my chicken is done, my rice should be perfectly cooked. And I'm also about to cook some veggies on the side, some trim beans. I opted to get the frozen ones, but you can use whichever ones you like. I love the way the frozen ones cook. Like I usually just add a little bit of butter to a pan and then put the veggies. And then I add whatever seasoning and let it cook on medium low or a low medium heat until the meal is done. And by the time everything will be done all together. So Okay, so don't forget, first and foremost, don't forget to put a lid on your rice. While that cooks, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of butter. I don't want my fire alarm to go off, so I'm gonna do it slow. Yeah. And I'm holding my son if you hear him. It's okay. Say this is a family kitchen, right? This is a family kitchen. Yeah, add 3 tablespoons of butter to your pan for your veggies. And the great thing about these veggies, it says steam in a bag. If you're like really don't have time, you can put it in the microwave and steam in a bag. I never did that method, but I mean, hey, I'm not knocking anybody that want to try it. And I mean, I really, really love these ones because they're so super thin, and those are like my favorites. But yeah, let's go ahead and put all these veggies inside this pan. This is kind of dangerous, Zion, because you got me holding you and doing it at the same time. As I can see, my baby's right here. He wants me to hold him, so I'm holding him. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of seasoning to that. Whatever, you can add whatever seasoning of choice. That's the timer for my chicken, so I'm gonna take the lid off my chicken. And as you guys can see, that chicken is looking halfway done. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a good stir. Always make sure your baby or any child is like turned towards the other way and not close by the stove when you're stirring something. But yeah, as you guys can see, this chicken is coming out so delicious thus far. And I even feel like I'm gonna crank up the heat because I wanted to give it like a little grill effect. Like I want it to be nice and like crispy like. So I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit more so it could like burn out the juices, dry up the juices. So I put it on the 5 now, and then I'm just gonna put my timer back on for another 10 minutes and let that go for 10 minutes. The rice is boiling, so I'm gonna turn that down all the way to low. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and season my veggies. Like I said before, you can use whatever seasoning you like. I usually like to use certain seasonings, so I'm going to use what I like to use. You use what you like to use. Season it just like so. Give it a good little stir. Excuse me. And that's it, y'all. And with 4 minutes only left on our, well, there we go. There goes our timer for the chicken. So our chicken is officially done. So I'm gonna turn that down just a tad bit because I'm also gonna put a little barbecue sauce inside of it. But I just wanted to show you all how perfect the rice came out and how perfect the greens came out. Oh, that came out just well. And for the grand finale, our authentic jerk chicken, and we're just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of barbecue to it. You see how that sauce is thickening it up, and some of it is even sticking to the pan, and that's exactly what we like to see. Now, as I stated before, that jerk chicken came out perfect, and in only 20 minutes, so that's less than 30 minutes, the perfect jerk chicken. And I'm just going ahead and adding a little barbecue sauce to it. That's gonna set it off something crazy. So I'm gonna add the barbecue and give it a good toss. And probably let that barbecue set in there for like 3 to 5 minutes. I don't wanna hold everybody up because I know everybody's hungry, but this smells amazing and it looks even more amazing. Like, look at this. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. It tastes amazing. This is great. Such a great recipe that you guys should try. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up in 3 minutes after I let that barbecue set in real good. And dinner will be served. Voila, there you have it. Authentic jerk barbecue chicken. And that's how you make it step by step. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. I'm gonna try the rice first because the chicken is hot. Let's get a bite. I know the string beans is a good cook. I love the way I make it though. Chicken's piping hot. Try not to burn myself. Just want to give it a good old taste. It's good. As you guys can see, it is well cooked. That's how I do it. Peace. Good night.